don't even know what that snow monster is called, actually.
Copyrighted this. This can't be in the video. This is copyrighted, so we can't have this in the video. This would be a cool intro for the video, but it can't be because it's copyrighted.
We could be real rebels and put it in. What's up, guys? We're going to do another top 5 video. Me and Ryan are going to be doing a top 5 TV shows of all time. But first, before I do that, I want to introduce you to the biggest Dolphins fan I know, and probably the biggest Dolphins fan in the world, Alex James Cantine.
What's up, Al?
Things up.
True.
And that's Alex James Cantine.
That was a great cameo. Great cameo.
I mean, this is just like, our video's just like Star Wars, full of,
You know?
behind-the-scenes stuff. Go Mets, by the way. Congrats on making the playoffs, by the way, Alex. Yeah, you're not gonna say a word, but he's camera shy. All right.
Top 5 TV shows.
Top 5 TV shows. We're gonna go 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 2 honorable mentions, whatever.
Honorable mentions at the end or the beginning?
Before number 1.
Before number 1?
Yeah, so after 2.
Okay, I gotcha.
Just same old, whatever. Ryan, start off with your number 5.
My number 5, I got it on my phone, got it unlocked here. Number 5, House of Cards.
Oh, yeah.
Love that show. I'm usually not like that big into politics, but this show really like grabbed me. I think Kevin Spacey is absolutely unreal in this show. Like, just his character and his demeanor in the show, and just like an inside look at like what politics like could be like. Obviously, this is like really over dramatized.
I know, with Trump in there, it might be getting like this.
Interesting. Yeah, it's a little over dramatized, but Kevin Spacey is just so good. He's been nominated a lot just for this show
3 or 4
alone.
times.
So I really like House of Cards. So that's gonna be my number 5 on my all-time TV shows.
My number 5 is How I Met Your Mother, and for reasons because of this. I don't think it's a perfect show. I don't think it is one of the greatest shows ever made, but to me it just has a lot. I'm not as big into TV as I am movies, by the way. But it's so ingrained in me because I remember watching it through high school. We watched the final season like as it was going, and it was not a great final season. But regardless, it's just like, it's part of my high school. I just watched it so many times. I think it's hilarious at times, also kind of poorly written at times, but went on a little bit too long, but I really enjoy it. You enjoy it for what it is, accept it. It probably should have ended after season 7 or 8, but just an all-time, probably classic show. Because when people think of TV, a lot of times they'll go, How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Number 4, Ryan.
Number 4 for me is House MD. Hugh Laurie is a star in that show. He's a great actor. He's a British actor, and in the entire show, no British accent at all. Which I can hardly believe that. Like, you can see him like offset, and I know before the final episode in the very last season, he did like his own little behind the scenes thing, and they like aired it
on YouTube.
Well, yeah. They even aired it on TV before the final episode. I thought it was really cool to see because he talked in a British accent the entire time in that extra, but in the entire show, he's just so good, and I really like just his demeanor in that show as well.
I like his relationship with Wilson.
Yeah, that's a great relationship. Omar Epps is in that show too, and I actually like Omar Epps. Like, he grows in the final seasons.
He's been on SportsCenter.
Yeah.
Before too.
Yeah. So
Weird.
Omar Epps, he's good too, but Hugh Laurie makes that show.
Yeah, he does, and he's a lovable dick. He's not very lovable. Actually, he's a dick. All right, my number 4 is the only show that I have on my list that is still going on, and that is Supernatural. Little weird, probably put on the top 5, I think, but CW, CW doesn't have a lot of memorable shows, but to me, Supernatural, if you get past that first season, is a deep story. Season 5 is phenomenal. Kind of season 6, 7, 8 even, not the greatest, but it's really picked up since. I love it. They're so ingrained in the roles, Jensen Ackles and, what's his? Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles. That's what it is. I'm awesome. No, it's a fun show. Little scary. I know you didn't like you didn't like the first season.
I tried
watching.
Really got
into it.
Yeah, I tried watching a couple episodes, and it's just really slow. And I know, like, I've heard like you talk about it a lot, how it's like actually turns into a really good show.
Yeah, like angels and God.
I might have to give it another chance, but
it's just tough to get past that first season. It's actually pretty scary because what they originally were going for, I think Greg Berlanti. I know he does Arrow. Anyway, they were looking for like a horror vibe to it, and they really captured that in the first season. But then they went for something more, and they got deeper into the characters and more ingrained story. And more encompassing story, really fun. Ryan, number 3.
My number 3 on my top 5 has got to be Breaking Bad.
Good one.
Bryan Cranston. I will never see him.
Never seen the same?
I'll never see him the same. Because I watched this show through last year in college in my freshman year.
First time you ever saw it?
First time I ever saw it. I watched it all the way through.
We were Snapchatting.
Yeah,
Snapchatting all the time.
great show. Like, he is a complete badass. It is unreal.
Yeah.
But then I go and watch the first episode and the last episode of Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
And Malcolm in the Middle. It's so funny. Just watching him from Breaking Bad, where he's just like, just a
He's
a
total
meth
badass.
lord.
Yeah,
Like,
he's a menace.
he's a cook, and it's just amazing. And then you watch Malcolm in the Middle, and I remember in the very last episode, Malcolm's getting ready to go to school, and they don't know how he's gonna afford it. And his character in Malcolm in the Middle goes, "We'll find a way to get the money." And I'm like, no! That's how he turns into a meth cook. Oh man, I just died.
That's so great.
So
That was
good.
an actual thing.
So good. I thought it was funny. No, Bryan Cranston's great. I think Aaron Paul is underrated in that show.
Oh, 100%.
I've like discussed it. Weren't they gonna kill him off because?
Yeah, they almost did. Even Hank.
Yeah,
I love
that's
Hank,
true.
Especially last season.
Yep. Gus in that show too.
Ozymandias, one of the greatest episodes on television ever.
Yeah.
Ever put to screen.
That last season, it just like it's all rise and no like obviously at the very end like it'll fall down, but that show
Just gets
in the
better
final
and better.
season just always rises.
Final episode is actually my personal
Great
favorite.
show. That's a hard number 3 because my 1 and 2 obviously
Yeah,
are
that's-
really good too.
I'm surprised it's
but
number 3.
Number 3, wow, that's a good number 3.
Say my name.
You're Heisenberg. You're goddamn right.
My number 3 is another Alex Cantine favorite over there, who actually watched it many times before I ever did. I didn't think it was going to be that good. The Office.
Ooh.
Will Kubal finally got me to actually sit down and watch The Office. Fell in love with it ever since. I've watched it 3 times since my freshman year, just last year when I first saw it. Hilarious. One of the funniest shows ever put to screen. One thing that was so hard, when Michael Scott leaves, I thought the show was just going to deteriorate. Yeah, it does lose something, but it's still funny as hell, you know? It's still good. Focuses more on the Jim Pam relationship.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoy that. I really enjoy The Office. Hilarious. Ryan, number 2.
I'm just gonna swing right back off that. Number 2 is The Office for me. I just think that show is a show that you can always watch and you will forever laugh at it because just Michael Scott, like you said, makes that show. And the first season, it's still funny, a little slow, like only 7 episodes because they're thinking about canceling it.
Yep. Yeah, like if you ever hear like interviews, they're like, well, after the first season, they're like, well, they sat down with everyone like, well, we did it, you know, we did something, you know, we thought it was fine, and then it turned into just a cult phenomenon.
Yeah, and it's just,
you know?
and that show like started.
That was a crazy ass age. Oh no, it's
I don't know what happened.
No, that was crazy. It
No.
sounded like Herbert the pervert from Family Guy. Chris, get over here. Chris home. Chris home. Chris, get your fat ass back here. Yes, no, Steve. The Office. The Office. Steve Carell's great in it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that show. Oh man.
No, it's great. I mean,
No, The Office will be one of those shows that you can watch forever and you'll like always laugh. Alex is the one who really got me to sit down and watch that, and I'll really appreciate that show. Like you said, when Michael left, it did lose a lot of character because Michael just brought so much to that show. Steve Carell really did a great job with that show. But I'd really recommend if you go watch on YouTube, there's a video showing like all the people that casted or trying to audition for that show, and then they showed the actual cast. And there's a lot of famous people that really wanted to get on that show.
because originally, even if you ever watched the UK version of Ricky Gervais, hilarious too.
Yeah, he's so
Yeah.
good. And he makes a cameo in that in the US version.
He actually appeared in it twice. Yep.
It was really funny. But number 2 will be The Office for me. Great show, really funny. I really like funny shows, and that's why it's number 2.
One of the greatest all-time feel-good shows.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
My favorite bit from it is when Dwight starts the fire and they all freak out. Michael's trying to break the window and throws the chair, and it just bounces off the window. It's happening! Oh, okay.
Number 2 for Sean.
My number 2 is Breaking Bad.
Oh, yes.
Just kind of swapped 3 and 2. Just feels
Yep.
it. Yeah, I mean, we already said everything you can say about Breaking Bad. Many people say it's the greatest show ever put to screen, and I would agree with that. Most well-made show that I've ever seen. Fantastic. There's a reason why it won so many Emmys. Aaron Paul underrated, I think. It's all so fantastic.
Yep.
And Bryan Cranston, I'm so glad that he's getting this surge in his career.
Yeah.
He's such a great actor. After this, he got Trumbo, got nominated for an Oscar. Love seeing what he's doing. Ryan, do your honorable mentions now.
Honorable mentions, I only have one, and it's gonna be Friends. I haven't finished it yet, but just the similarities to that show and How I Met Your Mother is so good. I watched How I Met Your Mother first, so that's why I haven't really like finished Friends yet. I do think it's a really good show. The humor in that is great. It's like my type of humor, and so
I like the buddy feel, too.
yeah, definitely. It's a feel good show too, and you can definitely just like feel like the group of friends. Like I can relate to that in a way, just like in my personal life. So I really like that show. That's gonna be my honorable mention. I'm sure you have a lot.
Yeah, I do have quite a few because I've watched a lot of. I'm a huge nerd and have no life. No, but one thing about Friends, I've never actually finished a full episode of Friends.
Really?
What? I know a lot of my.
I think I'm on like season 6 right now. So.
A lot of my fellow RA pals at school are gonna hate me now that I said that because I've lied to them to say that I have just so I didn't have to. They wouldn't make me watch it. My honorable mentions: Lost. I remember last summer. Will and I had a big debate about Lost because Will hates Lost and I thought it was good. Anyway, he'll get a kick out of that. Daredevil, The Walking Dead. Really, this past season I haven't enjoyed it all. Arrow and The Flash only have on here because Josiah Lindquist and I watched the Arrow. And he loves it more than I do, but good show. Better Call Saul, I couldn't put it on the list. Spin-off Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Saul,
did you like it? Or?
I do enjoy it.
I just couldn't get into the first season. It was
it's just
really
not
slow.
over with. It's still going, so I couldn't really put it on there.
Yeah.
Scrubs, another Alex Cantine favorite. Parks and Rec, pretty good. It's not as good as The Office. Dragon Ball Z, because how nerdy can you get? Brady Krause likes Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
Brady Krause. Look at all these shout-outs in this video. Don't you love it? I've never seen Game of Thrones or The Wire. So kill me, shoot me, whatever. I don't care. Judge me. I haven't seen those. I really should. I know Connor Snaza, who we're gonna hang out with later, has seen Game of Thrones, and he said it's the best he's ever seen ever. So whatever. Number 1, Ryan.
Number 1 all-time show for me, How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah!
I know you put it at number 5 for yourself, but I think the story is great. I know you said the writing isn't as good, but I can relate to How I Met Your Mother in so many ways. I love the storyline, how it just continues all the way from season 1 to season 9. Yep. I know you brought up that we watched season 9 together. It was running on cable. And the first time I watched it, it was running on cable. I thought it was terrible. But the second time I watched it, like you can binge watch it through Netflix. I think the reason I hated season 9 is just because it's all one weekend in the show.
Yeah, it felt slow when you're waiting
so
week after
slow.
week and something to happen.
Yeah, and then they like take breaks within the holidays. The finale I hated.
You still hate it?
I still hate it. Still hate it. But
I hated it like you the first time I saw it, and then the second time I watched it, I didn't hate it, but I still didn't like it. I hated it less, I guess you could say. I remember, though, the finale, you were gone for something.
Yeah.
And I wanted to spoil it so bad.
I got so many videos of you guys trying to watch it, and I couldn't watch it until after, so I found it online and I watched it, and I was so mad. It was so predictable from the first part, because it was a 2-part, 1-hour special. I could predict how it was going to end, and I knew, but again, I think the humor in that show is really good too. I can relate to that because I just have like a really stupid kind of sense of humor, and that's why I like it so much, the jokes. But Marshall is like my favorite character in that show. I'm pretty much Marshall.
I'm a Barney guy myself.
I am Marshall. I relate to him. How I Met Your Mother, my all-time favorite show. Sean?
About How I Met Your Mother too. I remember, so during the last season, if you haven't seen How I Met Your Mother, I mean, go see it. Spoiler alert. I'm gonna spoil it, the whole series for you.
Press the mute button.
The mom dies. The mom is dead, and I liked that twist. I personally really did enjoy that twist.
Hated it.
I remember though, I kind of found, I heard that it was going to happen. Like there was a rumor before the finale, like a good.
Yeah, you spoiled that for me.
I did, because we were in Abby Kruger's class, like I was, and you had left earlier, and I was talking to her because she was like, I have a How I Met Your Mother potential spoiler, and Ryan's like, see you later, I'm out, and I was like, sure, spoiler.
And then I heard it. He told me anyways.
Yeah, and she's like, the mother dies apparently. Like, oh, it's it's BS, not gonna happen. I told him.
In the next episode, they say there's a line where she goes, and I'm just sad, like I might not make it to our daughter's
she talks about
her wedding.
Yep.
And then you looked at me, and I was like, okay, now it's definitely gonna happen.
Then Ted starts crying, and then something about like, I don't want you to be someone who lives through your stories.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I really like it. Anyway,
that show's got a lot of sad points.
It does. It has a lot.
That's why I like it too. It's got a really, the entire story has a lot of character.
Robin is a total. If you think about it, Robin's kind of a floozy. Robin's quite.
Ted is too, though.
So is Barney.
Because I mean, this is the entire story is Ted how he met his mother, but it's really Ted how many girls he nailed. Like
the only respectable ones are Lily and Marshall. But yeah, all right. My number one is House MD.
Great.
It is the show that inspired me to be a pre-med major. I kid you not. Never said that before ever because it's embarrassing. But after
That's a
watching
good
that show, I was like, I want to be a doctor. It's kind of weird watching a show about just a doctor who's a complete jackass and being like, I want to be a doctor. I never wanted to be a dick like him, but I wanted to be an internist or an oncologist. And Wilson, I love it. Not a lot of people realize that House is actually based off Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah,
You get Holmes, House, Watson, Wilson. And so it's about somebody who solves crimes, and I love the layers to them. Went on a season too long, season and a half too long, so I didn't like the half of season 7. Season 8, the finale I did enjoy. I did enjoy the finale.
That was a great finale.
The whole him going to prison and
Yeah.
you know coming back and no characters are back. Cuddy's gone.
Yeah.
Who cares? I didn't care anymore. Should have ended sooner, but no. Season 3 is one of my favorite seasons of television ever. The pilot's one of the best pilots you'll ever see.
That's true.
Fantastic. Hugh Laurie has won Emmys for that. I believe a Golden Globe also.
Really? My favorite cameo in that show is when he goes into the mental asylum, and Lin-Manuel Miranda's in that show. Like, he's on the rise now with the musical Hamilton.
And he did a lot of music for Moana too, which is fantastic.
But like he like freestyles in that show, and like he's actually really good. Like, he does a lot of stuff on like Jimmy Fallon, The Tonight Show. But I think he's like my favorite cameo in that show because he's like in there for the time that he is in House is in the mental asylum.
Yeah, I love that.
It's just so good because like he's getting off that Vicodin addiction, and like he stays off it for a while, and then he just like goes off the deep end. But that's just the mysteries in that show. Just it grabs you because it like lasts the entire. Cause you know he's gonna solve it, but like just the connections that he makes.
Doesn't though.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
true.
But and about him in the mental institution, I honestly, God, I don't think nobody really knew who this character was. The actor who plays, what is his name in the show?
Who? Lin-Manuel? Alfie.
Alfie, yeah. I mean, I was like, who is this guy? And over now looking back, I was like, that's a really good performance, actually. He did a really good job. So think if what if House, because he's always looking for, because he got pain in his leg. What if he's like, I'm just gonna turn to meth, and him and Walter White got together.
Jeez. We should make a TV show.
I need meth.
We should make a TV show.
I can't do a House impersonation. What's a House? I can't do a House impersonation.
That's terrible, dude.
I can do Walter White. Skylar. Will does a better Walter.
I am the one who knocks.
I am the one who knocks.
Danger. I am the danger.
The danger. One of the best quotes. Anyway, guys, that was our list of our top 5 favorite TV shows. Very subjective list, obviously. So there are a lot of things we are leaving out because we haven't seen, or leaving out because we didn't connect with us. Guys, comment below and make sure to leave a like. Comment below and tell us what your favorite TV shows of all time are. What is different in your list? What recommend some shows that we haven't seen. Like, I know I need to watch The Wire and Game of Thrones terribly, but yeah. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure to subscribe, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time.